Oh, hey. Come on in. Come on in. It's good to meet you. Do you want a handshake or a. Okay. It's good to finally make your acquaintance. Um, I'm Chaudhry, as you know. um, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Um, awesome. Wow. Sorry, you're just really. You look really nice today. I hope you don't mind me saying that. um, Sorry, I'm kind of new to this, I guess. I don't usually date people. So this is kind of something new for me, I guess. Right. So this is my store. Um, yeah. Yeah, no, I run the place. I keep it stocked. I buy all the stuff for it, sell all the stuff for it. Alongside my apprentice, of course, who is not in right now. I guess that's true. Yeah. I don't mind closing early a bit, I guess. So you yeah. I mean, yeah, I know what most of this stuff does. Off the top of my head. I mean, some of it I might have to look it up, but that's why I keep a catalog of everything. Well, thanks. What do you do, huh? I don't want to just talk about myself and all of my accomplishments. I mean, I could literally talk for an entire day about what all's in here. Um, no, I don't want to hog the conversation. You tell me about you. I want to get to know who I'm going on a date with. Yeah? That's cool. Well, very neat. Um, and you're nearby? Like, okay, cool, cool. I wanted to make sure I wasn't, you know, horribly inconveniencing you. Good. Do you want to go somewhere? I mean, there's some pretty tasty places to go eat. Plenty of bookstores, plenty of small shops around here. We do, of course, have some of the bigger places. I mean, have you been downtown before? Like in this area? Okay, okay. I figured, but I am very used to people coming here who, you know, barely even know where they're going. So, I'm just used to the customer service spiel. And down the road, we have a nice little bakery, and across the street from here, we'll find a convenience store. You know, it's. Yeah. Come on. I'm not that cool. No, come on. I know, a very niche subject. I mean, I guess I could tell you some stuff about it, but it's one of those things, you either get it or you don't, you know? Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I should be more considerate. Well, I don't know. I guess, magic is one of those things. It's part of everyday life. Um, Everything has magic. It's just not everything knows it has magic. The bees outside, the flowers in the park, the streams running just outside of town, the trains that go by, the people that live here. No, I can't, see that. I mean, I kind of can, but it's not like auras, you know? um, well, do you want to talk about it over something else? I mean, you can't be that interested. Can I ask you a question? I need you to be honest here. Did you... When you found out about me, was there any other reason aside from my arcane knowledge for you wanting to date me? Okay, but I'm gonna ask again, was there any other reason aside from the fact that I know a lot about magic that you wanted to date me? I know that I'm attractive, and I know that I have a nice style of dress and a nice way of holding myself, but you could find anyone like that. Plenty of guys like that. I'm sure you scrolled through half a dozen people who look surprisingly similar to me. So I need to know. Because if you like me for who I am outside of all this, that's great. And if you like me for all of this, that's fine. But I need to know now before we continue. Okay. That's okay. Honestly, yeah. I am kind of hurt. I mean, it'd be like dating a guitar player just because they play guitar, or dating a painter just because they can paint your portrait for you. I don't know, I guess this was a bad move on my part, probably putting it in my bio, stating, hey, I do this. You know what? If you want a magic lesson, I will give you a magic lesson. Okay? Okay. So, let me see. Here. If you want to... Why don't you drink this, and I will start telling you stuff. It's a potion. It's, it'll help you understand my points a bit more easily. Yeah. I mean, I make all kinds of potions. These, along this entire wall, it's all me. Yeah, so go on, kick it back. Nice. Okay. So you'll probably start feeling a tingling sensation throughout your body. This is normal of most potions. The reason for that is basically, along with the chemistry element of potion making, there is also kind of the arcane chemistry part of it. In essence, you're kind of mixing various magical types together. You know, you have, for example, if you were to mix, I don't know, grass, tulips, and cinnamon together, that would incorporate all three potential arcane energies together to create an effect, in addition to just what the natural chemistry would be. So, for example, the one I just gave you is a shrinking potion, which you may have already figured out. It won't last a long time, just a few hours. But it'll last through my shift and then some. So you will be small for the remainder of the store being open. And then, depending on how my shift goes, I'll either stay here with you, wait for you to get back to normal size, or I'll take you home. And if I take you home, either back to my house or back to your house, well, my house is closer, but you might want to go back to your house. Then, we'll see what happens from there. Yeah. That was one of the things I wanted to mention was, you know, dating someone who can do magic, no matter what kind, no matter if it's, you know, I tend to do alchemy. Other people will do spell casting or ritual casting. Some people prefer just to use artifacts or enchanting, you know, making mundane objects magical. No matter what it is, unless they are following a book every single time and only doing stuff they know how to do perfectly from that book every single time, you're gonna have stuff like this, where it's an effect you didn't realize would happen. Not sure how to deal with it. I mean, you've never been shrunken before, have you? You certainly don't act like it. Okay. Well, there you go. You know, if you date a spellcaster, They might be attempting to make a levitation spell, and instead they make a paralysis spell. Next thing you know, your body is limp and you can't get it to move for a few hours. Or, vice versa. Maybe they're making a, relaxation spell and suddenly you find yourself floating up to the ceiling. Things like that are super common among magic users because magic is a little bit like the weather. You can predict it, but it's never going to be with 100% accuracy. Unless you do the exact same thing every single time. The exact same conditions. Exact same humidity, exact same temperature, exact same, amount of sleep in your body, exact same diet. Things will be a little bit different every time. That can lead to strange and unusual things happening. So, I'm telling you this because I don't want you to be shocked if you try to date some other magic user and find yourself in an unsavory position. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise. I'm miffed about you only going out with me because magic is fun and it can do all sorts of things. But that's not grounds for me to eat you or, stamp you out under my feet. I could, to be fair, do it pretty easily. Just lift a foot up and gently squish it down on you. All I'd have to do is apply a little bit more pressure. But I promise I won't do that. Maybe, hold on. You really are gorgeous. You look amazing today. It really is a shame things have turned out the way they did. I mean, I got dressed up all nice. You got dressed up all nice. But, there we go. Hold on, let me just... you don't mind if I step on you a bit, right? Okay, let me put this another way. I'm really big. You're really small. And again, I'm just doing this to try to prove a point. You wanted to learn about magic. You wanted to learn about what it is I do. This is one of the things I do. So, as you can see, socked foot, very soft. And, can just gently press down on you. And, this is another thing you'd have to consider with me specifically, because I do this as part of my job. A lot of people want to try being someone else for a bit. Something else. I think it's natural. You spend your entire life in one body, one form. And so it makes sense that some people would want to change it up. Be bigger, be smaller, be a snake, be a wolf, be a cat, be a rhinoceros. Any number of things. And as part of my job, I offer my services to supervise them. especially if it's their first time and they're not quite sure what they're doing, you know, or if they want to experience something that maybe they don't feel comfortable letting other people know, like people who want to come in and find themselves underfoot, like you, right now. So, it's just one of the many, many things that I could get up to. And that means, if you wanted to come visit, that'd be something you'd have to consider. And it's something you'd have to consider with other magic users too. People who conduct experiments in certain areas. Some people do it from their own homes. Some people have labs or testing ranges to do it. You'd have to consider that. So, just keep that in mind going forward, yeah. No. I actually, I was gonna say I can't make you bigger again. I can. I do have antidotes for everything. Because being as professional as I am, some people will try out something and freak out immediately. Someone might want to be a Lamia for a day and realize early on they can't stand the feeling of their tail. Someone might want to be really big and, run about a city and then realize that it causes a lot more destruction than they were planned for. Or they want to be small and then realize just how daunting everything is. How terrifying even people who aren't going to hurt them can be. Yeah, see what I did there? That to say, I can change you back to your normal size. But I really want to make sure you understand that this isn't a case of getting free stuff. A lot of people, whether wittingly or not, have that kind of mentality. I've had plenty of friends like that. Befriend the potion maker and you're set for life. And I did the same thing to them that I'm doing to you. Because I wanted to make sure it was clear. This isn't get free stuff just because you have the 100% friend discount. But I am nice. So here's what we're going to do. Okay? I'm going to give you a few options. Option number 1. I can put you in my shoe. You can enjoy a nice warm place for the next few hours while I'm working. I'll step on you, but it won't hurt. It'll just be a lot of pressure, but it'll be kind of like a massage. The second option, I can put you up on the counter. You'll be perfectly safe there. Nobody will harm you. I won't have the risk of stepping on you. But anyone who does come in will have the chance to see you. So if you want to make sure nobody knows this happened, probably not the option for you. Next option, I can pick you up, put you in a jar, and stick you in the back room until my shift is over. Before you worry, I know that my shift will be over well before you grow back to normal size again. So you don't have to worry about me not hearing you and you getting squished by expanding inside of a jar. So if you want to confirm you'll be safe, you'll probably be pretty bored, but that's an option. And lastly, if you really want to go for adventuresome, if you want to make the best of this situation and experiment, I am willing to swallow you. I will make sure that you have proper protections first, and then I will pop you in my mouth, tilt my head back, and let you take a ride down my throat, and you will stay in my stomach until, about 4 more hours left in the day, so you'll be in there for a while. But if you've been curious, you think you'd enjoy it, that's an option too. Okay, so gonna ask you what you want to do. Okay? No. There is no option for you going back to normal size just yet. I mean, you're the one who wanted to learn about magic. You're the one who wanted to be told everything and get all the ins and outs and try all this stuff in here. And while I won't make you suffer through that, because some of the stuff in here is genuinely not something I would want to test on someone. Certainly not someone that I am just slightly annoyed with. Well, I'm not going to do that to you. I do want you to get a feel for things. And who knows? Maybe you and I can come to an understanding by the end of this, and if you want to come back, if you enjoyed yourself, we could hang out and I can show you more stuff. Well, like I said, I'm annoyed. I'm not unforgivably angry. I know why you did it. And I can't say if I was in your position that I wouldn't do the same. So I'm just saying, given that I'm in my position and not yours, this is what you're stuck with for now. So, let me go back over the options for you again. Do you want to be put in my shoe, where you will get a gigantic massage of sorts? Do you want to be put on the desk, the counter, where you can see what's going on, but will probably be seen too? Do you want to get stuck in a nice, safe little jar in the back room? I can't put you in the back room by yourself. Sorry, but I can put you in a jar back there to make sure that you're out of sight. Or do you want to experiment with my stomach and see what it's like being eaten by someone who is much, much larger than you? You can take all the time you need. Well, relatively speaking. I'll give you about 3 minutes, how about that, to make up your mind. Come on, it's 180 seconds. That is more than enough time to figure out which of the 4 options you want. Well, let's start with this. Which option do you least want? Okay. I won't eat you then. You have my word. Unless you ask, I won't even put you near my mouth. So that leaves you 3 options: jar, counter, or shoes. Okay. Okay. Sure. Then, I'll just go ahead and pick you up, okay? Here we go. Stay still, don't squirm too much. I don't want to drop you. That would hurt. Here you go. And, in between people being at the shop, if you want, you're, welcome to ask me questions about stuff. Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Let me tie my shoe. Sorry about stepping on you, by the way. That was probably a bit meaner than I had to be, but I wanted to get my point across. And I trust that I have. Good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reopen shop, okay? And, then, while we wait for customers to come in again, why don't you and I chat a bit more? I mean, if you still want to know about this stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, how about you take a look around? You see something that interests you, you holler at me, and I'll grab it before heading back behind the counter. Alright, let's see. There we go. And... okay. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure that the door was unlocked. Didn't want people walking up to it and just going to open the door and getting their faces bashed into the, Anyway. Did you, see anything you think's interesting? Oh. Really? Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just surprised you picked this one. Have you heard of it before? Okay, well, let's see. This tiny little thing is called the Almond Hunter's Mark. So, a long time ago, a lot of these were made, and They were made during a period of time where